I'm Teisha Bader with Shalom TV's news update for Tuesday, August the 26th, 2014. A ceasefire has reportedly gone into effect between Israel and Hamas. Ynet reports that Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas's office confirmed this evening that a long-term ceasefire agreement was reached, as did state-run Egyptian television. An Israeli official said that Israel had told Egypt that it accepted its offer of an open-ended ceasefire as well. Details of the proposal are not yet known. However, the Ynet report said that the Egyptian proposal did not include the majority of Hamas's demands. The reported ceasefire, which took effect at 7 p.m. local time in Israel, follows another day of heavy rocket fire into the country from Gaza. Close to 100 rockets were fired from Gaza today, one of which killed an Israeli man in the Eshkol Regional Council and seriously wounded 2 others. Earlier today, a rocket hit a kindergarten playground in Ashdod that was empty at the time. Another made a direct hit on a home in Ashkelon. The family in that home ran to their shelter and were unharmed. However, over 20 people in neighboring buildings were lightly hurt by shrapnel, and dozens of others had to be treated for anxiety. Israel's Air Force had hit back at over 20 terror targets in Gaza since midnight last night, including an airstrike at the school from which the rocket that killed 4-year-old Daniel Traegerman on Friday was fired from. Palestinians who were taking shelter in the school had evacuated before the airstrike after being warned to do so by the IAF. The Times of Israel reports that retired U.S. General John Allen arrived in Israel this week and was set to meet with Israeli officials regarding the possibilities of restarting peace talks with the Palestinians once the conflict with Gaza was resolved. Allen, whose visit was said to have been unannounced, has been involved in the past in Middle East peace plans. He drew up a possible U.S. proposal last year that dealt with security arrangements in the Jordan Valley. Police in Israel are searching for a missing American yeshiva student. As you may have seen on IBA News, 23-year-old Aaron Sofer, who is from Lakewood, New Jersey, was last seen hiking with friends in the Jerusalem forest on Friday when he disappeared. Police are looking into all possibilities, including nationalistic motives. His parents, who flew to Israel to help, made an emotional plea to the public and offered a monetary reward for any information regarding their son. New Jersey Congressman Chris Smith expressed his concern for Sofer yesterday and sent a letter to U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry urging the State Department to do everything they can to help find the missing student. Smith, who is a senior member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, said he was reassured by Kerry that the State Department was, quote, totally committed to assisting Aaron and his family. And New Jersey Senator Robert Menendez also expressed his concern and said he was working closely with the State Department as well as with the U.S. Embassy and consular officials in Israel and the Israeli Embassy in Washington to pursue every lead in the young man's disappearance. The FBI is also said to be involved in the search. Jewish news site Allgemeiner reports that anti-Semitic flyers were placed in mailboxes on a predominantly Jewish street in Bondi, a suburb of Sydney, Australia. The hand-delivered pamphlets included anti-Semitic accusations of Jews controlling the media and being responsible for, quote, race mixing and drug abuse. It also included an invitation to join Squadron 88, a local white power group. One Jewish resident who received the flyer, Abraham Blazenstein, told the Allgemeiner that it is part of an increase in anti-Semitism that such low people as the ones who issued these flyers feel comfortable coming out of the woodwork. Some residents passed the flyers on to members of Australia's Jewish Board of Deputies. And turning now to some sports news, Israeli tennis player Shachar Pe'er has advanced to the second round of the U.S. Open in New York. The 27-year-old Pe'er advanced to the second round of a Grand Slam tournament on Monday. She expressed the significance of representing Israel at this difficult time during the conflict with Gaza, saying she sees herself as an ambassador. Pe'er said, "We want it all to stop. We are under fire all the time. Whenever they shoot, we defend. It's tough," saying she hopes a ceasefire can be reached soon. And in entertainment news, several Jewish artists were recognized for their work last night at the 66th Annual Emmy Awards. Comedian Sarah Silverman won an Emmy for Best Writing for a variety show for her HBO comedy special, Sarah Silverman, We Are Miracles. And Juliana Margulies took home an Emmy for her work on CBS's The Good Wife. The Emmy for Outstanding TV Movie was awarded to The Normal Heart, the HBO movie adaptation of the 1985 play written by Jewish writer and AIDS activist Larry Kramer. Kramer, who is living with HIV, is in poor health, but joined the cast and producers of the film on stage last night, where he was saluted for his passionate and inspiring commitment. And looking at our Shalom TV programming for tonight, Tuesday, August the 26th, coming up at 8, Israeli journalist and award-winning author Ari Shavit sits down with Jewish journal publisher David Suissa from this year's Limud conference. And then at 9 o'clock, Mark Golub is joined by Israeli singer Noah on L'chaim. That's tonight here on Shalom TV and shalomtv.com. And that's Shalom TV's news update for Tuesday, August the 26th, 2014. I'm Teisha Bader.